Welcome guys to a new stream. Welcome all back. Let's take a look at the charts again on this beautiful Monday. We can already add 2 wins to the win counter because we gave out the gold trade yesterday, and also we gave out some beautiful entries on silver as well. So that's the 2 wins overall already. Starting. Just entered some USD Japanese yen. We also entered USD Canadian dollar after we swept the highs we seen on the 17th of October. We swept it and closed below the level again. So that was our confirmation to enter the trades to look for more downside. Our first take profit would be on the weekly open high or the MPOC naked point of control that's just below the weekly open high. So that will be also a nice take profit one. And after we hit take profit one, you can close your stop loss to break even to get a risk-free trade. This could form some real weakness. It is a really big resistance zone we are at right now. It was a nice support before. We broke through the level and now we reclaim the same level that was support before as a resistance right now. So we are looking for big pullbacks at the moment and aiming all the way down to the monthly that we make a new lower high and aiming on a new low to be made after we already made the new low on the bigger time frame. So this is a nice setup for USD Canadian dollar, USD GPY as well. We also look for a big correction to fill up the CME gap of 2 weeks ago. We opened the market with a 1% CME gap. It was horrific to see. Good for the buyers, but it is no structure in the market for real, so it has to be filled someday. And we are currently looking at quite a big bearish divergence at the top into the bigger CC golden pockets or the 618 Fibonacci. And after that, we could continue to make new lows again, so that could potentially be a very big trade if we see what we did from the trend before. So we're going to focus on the trends. Actually put it on a daily for a second to pull the lines. And if we zoom out, then we're exactly on the resistance zone right now that we were at when we dropped big time here and we dropped big time over here. So we have a lot of confluences right now to actually be looking for a downwards market. A lot of people are quite bullish, heavily bullish on the US dollar, but there is no data, no fundamentals to actually confirm this. It's weekly bullish after the breakout, after the CME opening gap of 2 weeks ago. But at the moment, I only see weakness forming because strength is not moving aligned with price. So this is a very weak moment against resistance. A lot of people are buying. You see volume getting absorbed at the top. So it will be a likely move to go down from here. At the moment, we are still currently consolidating in between the weekly open levels. We always mark these levels at the beginning of the week. So every beginning of the week, you open the opening candle of the 2-hour chart. You will mark the top wick and the bottom wick, and this will form your beginning levels for the week. And most of the times you will see they get retested a lot of times. So that would have been already a few trades of 0.19 or 0.2%. Would be one down, two. So two down and one trade up already. So if you're a scalper, this is a very nice tool also to add to your package of indicators and to keep an eye on the opening levels on the 2-hour chart. So always every chart, the 2-hour opening candle, the first candle that closes after the 2-hour, and then we open the second 2-hour candle, we mark the first one, the wick on the top and wick on the bottom. So I hope that's clear. We do that with all the pairs. So clearly we see here, we broke structure. This was our weekly open high and we broke through. We actually reclaimed the level quite strongly and moved to the upside to sweep all the liquidity. For us, this was a good thing because yesterday with the opening, we were already aiming for the level upwards because of the liquidity that was on the top right here. We grabbed the liquidity close below, so that was a valid entry and a valid trade. It's still a valid entry actually, could still potentially move up a little bit towards entry zone. So be careful, don't enter too quick. But this is a nice entry zone and take profit one would be 1.40 at the weekly open high again, or the MPOC below. Kind of an area, not a precise level. For Euro, we are seeing some strength coming into the market. Strength, you see. Why? We have 1, 2, 3 times price drops more than the strength does. So we have quite a big bullish divergence, but we did not break structure yet. So what do we want to see to confirm our bullish structure is break these highs. If you can break these highs, retest the level on top, we have a beautiful entry for our buy trade. So keep an eye on this one for later in the week when the news comes out. Thursday and Friday, a lot of news in the USD, US dollar will come out. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. So don't enter too early. We want a confirmation. We have the bullish divergence, but we want to break the highs, confirm it, flip it to support, break the highs, flip it to support, and then this is our entry point. If we do not break this high, there is no trade on Euro USD at the moment. Because currently we are forming support with a bullish divergence. We did take out our lows, so we are currently looking for more sell opportunities, but in between, I think there will be a recovery of the drop we saw before. So we will see some rise to the upside. Then we have gold. Gold is closed at the moment, but will open at 12 o'clock. We had a beautiful trade marked out for yesterday in yesterday's stream. So we opened the market yesterday around this area. I said to everyone, look out for the 618 Fibonacci to get a pullback and then entry your trades. So don't entry too soon. What did we get? An exact pullback to the 618 Fibonacci, a well-respected level, well backtested level, a lot traded level by a lot of big traders, institutions. Fibonacci levels is something to always keep in mind. So after we hit the entry, we actually hit take profit one at the last highs with 1.6% already. So that was a beautiful trade to enter, and we have quite some upside to go because currently we went from a downtrend where we made new lower highs and new lower lows. Actually, we switched with a new higher high, new higher low, new higher high, and this is our new higher low. So this is the reason why we are looking at this entry. So currently we are aiming for a new higher high to be made to go to take profit 2. Welcome to all the new viewers in stream. I see a lot of new people joined the stream. I hope you're all doing well, and if you have questions, please ask them in the chat. Also, if you have any particular charts you would like to see, also leave them behind in chat and we will take a look together. Let's move on to silver at the moment. Silver, we marked out yesterday the same level for as gold, but we said we have a strong monthly that was a support before. So we are aiming for the monthly for new entry levels for our buys. Currently we are at the 618, but we do see some weakness forming. So I would like to see a tap of the monthly. If we are not able to tap the monthly, I would like to see a strong reclaim of the weekly open low. And after we reclaimed the weekly open low, we could also enter a buy for silver. On silver, we have like a playbook example of a head and shoulders pattern. We have a beautiful left shoulder, head, right shoulder forming right now. If we are looking at the neckline, we have a beautiful head and shoulders pattern. How do we look where our targets is? We go from the points to the head to the neckline, and we could look to a potential flip to even higher levels than we are aiming at for our entries. So be careful with these entries. We already are in higher trades, higher sells, so we are looking for compounds. Compounds only get traded when there are valid order flow, valid trade setups. So we are looking at the technical level right now, but we are not at the level. So we have to see the volume when we arrive at the level higher. This is the strongest resistance at the moment because it was support as well. So we would be most likely to move at least up here. We can check our daily levels. There is a daily level just below, but also we have a naked daily on top as well. So this is the moment. This monthly will be the most important level to check out for entries for silver. If it taps, it will be a nice entry. If we reclaim the weekly open low, it will also be a nice entry. So 2 entry zones with different plans. I hope that's clear for you guys as well, because it's also a nice setup to look out for this week. This will play out later in the week because you have to keep in mind Thursday and also Friday are big days of news coming out. So there's a lot of data coming into the markets, a lot of volume, volatility. So be careful with your stop losses, be careful with your entries, and also don't get too much FOMO. So be patient, wait for the news, just wait for the moves to happen. You have your confirmations, you have your clear setups. So only thing we need now is volatility. USD GPY is still hovering around the entry zone, so we still have the trend line we showed earlier. It's a very nice trend to keep in mind that we dropped a lot of times from this area. Also, it's a 618 level or the golden pocket of the Fibonacci, as we call it. And then we will most likely see a drop or at least a pullback to the last resistance. So first take profit will be around 153.59 and the second take profit will be at 153.05. After that, our stop loss will close on break even and we will just let the trade continue. So we have 2 take profits and chill. So guys, how are you doing at the moment? Let me know. Let's talk some in chat. And also don't forget to drop a follow. Last month we already had the 83% win rate, and this month we already started with 2 beautiful wins. So follow is the only thing I can say. So if you still want to enter, USD GPY is still in a valid entry zone. We see a lot of weakness when we started this rise again. So currently looking beautiful for the setup. USD Canadian dollar is still valid at entry zone as well. So this could also be an entry for you guys after we swept all the liquidity on the tops here. This would be an amazing trades to pull back at least to TP1, and then we have TP2 as well below. Currently 30 minutes away of opening for gold and silver as well. So let's also check if euro can get some strength. So for a second, I will put the medicine beer on the screen because my fiance is bringing a glass upstairs because I only brought the Coca-Cola, but I didn't brought any glass work, so hard to drink. Thanks to the glass secures. So she's gone again. Cheers guys, on an amazing Monday. We shared already some nice setups, some nice entries. So currently waiting for the reactions in the market. Market just opened for Tuesday. So going into the Tuesday night Asian session. Monday night, Tuesday morning, how you would like to call it. Use the Swiss franc. We also see a nice move down. There was an opening down, so it's not quite clear yet. So keep in mind we could still hold support. But if we are breaking below this lows, we could see a movement like this. Fill the gap, move lower. This could potentially be a nice entry as well for selling, because then we have a confirmed new low after breaking the lows before. But we need to wait for the confirmation of that as well. So we also see the bearish divergence, so we need to have a confirmed low that we see price and strength come back together again. Welcome to the stream. I see some new people coming in. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I see some new people joining. How are you guys doing? Let's also take a look at our beautiful crypto trades. Beautiful, still running. Would be nice to see a pullback a little bit for another entry. But currently on Ethereum, we already have a 14% trade running. Also on Bitcoin, exact highs after we get a swing failure pattern of the high and a reclaim of the exact resistance. Beautiful entry. So a lot of people were looking for upwards movements, but we're calling the highs with a 8.9%, almost 9% reaction at the moment. Also, we called out Solana with an even bigger gain. So we called out Solana at the top of the triangle with an 18% drop to the downside. So that would add another win to the win counter. So that would be one win from the gold trade entry we gave out yesterday, and it will be a take profit of the trades we are in from last week. So kind of in between October and November, but the take profits or the profits were in November. So that's why we will add on three more wins to the trades for the winners of crypto next to gold. So let's check the forex markets this week if the setups also will play out, but we're already starting the month off strong. So can't complain. All the 5 wins were shared in live stream. So don't forget to drop that follow, man. So how are you guys doing? Let me know in the chat. Are there any charts you would like to see? Maybe we could look at the charts together. I gave out all the nice setups already. So we're cooking for November. So let's share some with each other. Welcome to the stream. I see some new people joining. How are you guys doing? Still a beautiful entry zone. If you missed out, it's right there. Same for USD, Canadian dollar, and also USD Japanese yen. Both pairs still at entry zone. For euro, we would like to see the highs break first. So this trade is for later in this week. If we break the highs, we could potentially enter the retest of the structure to resistance becoming support. So Also a nice trade to keep in mind for later in the week. And currently we are also keeping a close eye on crypto as we would like to see a little pullback to re-enter and compound even higher and bigger on our sells. We predicted the sells from the all-time highs from Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we still have positions open for 126K. And also we entered at a compound position of 116K of the SFP swing failure pattern. So swing failure pattern means we grabbed all the liquidity of the highs before and closed below as a resistance again. So everyone was stopped out and that gave the strength to move down again. So we traded the full uptrend. We entered here. So we had a beautiful buy last week of almost 8%. And also we traded the downtrend. I warned everyone 9% to the downside again. So if you are part of the Pip army, you wouldn't have missed this trade. And this is a very nice trade combined with all the altcoins that can trade alongside, can be traded alongside. So Solana was a crazy trade of almost 18 or by almost 19%. So it's amazing. If we can reach full targets, it will be a trade of almost 26% free given away in the chat last week. So, and the re-entry also stated. So Monday we already called the weakness, and we did drop a lot. So opening night, Sunday to Monday, we did already saw the swing failure pattern of this high, and we called out the weakness. So. $180 zone, I would look at a re-entry of selling more Solana. So also a nice one to keep in mind for later this week. For Ethereum the same. So 37.80 around the area I would sell again. A compound on the move. Welcome to the stream. I see some new people coming in. How are you guys doing? We do see some bullish structure forming, so that would be nice for our second entry. Actually, third entry for Ethereum. Only selling from this point. Lower prices will come. Confirmed market structure switch. Weakness in the crypto market overall. Bullish, bullish, bullish in the news. FOMO all the way. So that means crypto to the downside. Welcome to the stream. I see some new people coming in. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I see some new people coming in. How are you? Currently keeping a close eye on crypto because we want some new entries. After breaking the lows, we want to re-enter and compound our selling moves. So keep a close eye with us during the Asian session. And also 15 minutes until the opening of the metal market. So that's also something to keep in mind. Asian will start in 1 hour, 1.5 hours, so the volume will build up slowly. So, guys, do you have something fun to tell? Something you did in the weekends, or maybe you want to see some charts you already are looking at the moment? Maybe share it with us. We already shared some beautiful trades in the beginning of November. We already had 5 wins, so cannot complain with the beginning of the month. Welcome. I see some new people joining the stream. How are you? Only 3 minutes until the metal markets also open again. USD GPY still on entry levels, so if you want to lift off on that trade, entry is still open. Same for USD Canadian dollar as USD GPY, both still open for entries. Euro is gaining some strength. Welcome to the stream. I see some new people joined. How are you? So opens quite neutral. Silver opens a little to the downside, so we still want our monthly or NPOC hits for our next entries. Welcome to the stream. I see some new people joined. Welcome to the stream. I see some new people joining. How are you? So again, a new entry formed on the monthly hit. Nice support before. Now we currently are at a flat top, so currently forming support again, other less support level. Nice head and shoulders pattern. How are you guys? Did you had a great opening of the weekend as well? We started the week with, or started the month with actually, with 5 beautiful wins. Currently just entered also a new silver trade. Still, still some entry levels open for USD GPY, USD Canadian dollar also zooming around entry. In USD CHF, we actually would like to see this lows getting broken, so we have a confirmed trend switch, and then also we would see prices go lower for the US dollar against Swiss franc. So our beautiful Ethereum sells still continue. We hope it still hits compounds. This was our last support, so we would like to see it pull back a little bit to the support level around here or here to enter more sells on Ethereum. Same story for Bitcoin. We wait for a little rise to the upside or a retest. And for Solana as well, we wait for the beautiful retest and then we can drop even lower. Big hits, second entry also hits, as said on the POC point of control. So we have 2 entries hit right now, one on the monthly, one on the point of control. Keep the stop losses right below this low. If we break this low, structure is changed and we could move lower even. So always keep an eye. We have to keep this support zone. Let's see for gold if there are any opportunities when we see a pullback like this. Welcome to the stream. I see new people coming into the stream on Kick. How are you guys? We just entered a nice two entry position on silver. We had an entry yesterday and we have an entry today. The entry of actually last week did hit take profit, but the re-entry is right now. So you guys are just in time if you just tuned in. Also on gold, we have the same thing. Entered yesterday in the night with the opening of the market with a beautiful low and also with a 1.6% rise. So that was already take profit one. And now we compound the move to break the highs and also to continue the upward structure we have right now. Next take profit levels will be the MPOCs above. So keep that once in mind. Beautiful, nice entries. Nice reaction, nice pullback above the monthly again. Beautiful reaction with a pullback above the monthly. Would be nice to close the 30-minute candle above the monthly, so the entry would be valid and strong. How are you guys? We have a quiet chat this evening. The chat doesn't bite, so if you have any questions, any charts you would like to see, let me know. So some nice entries hits on silver and on gold. Euro is still waiting for the setup. USD GPY entry hit and also nice reaction at the moment. USD Canadian dollar, I'm sorry. Also a nice entry hit, but currently hovering a little bit below entry zone. So we do have a bearish divergence here. So I'm gonna enter another trade on USD CHF to the downsides. With the stop loss just above the highs. So that would be also a trade I'm gonna put in right now. So entry also set, target sets, first take profit 2, and also full target for this trade. We see a very nice bearish divergence, and we now want to see our lows break. After hitting first take profit, put your stop loss on break even, but for now keep it just above the highs. If we break the highs, we don't want to be in this trade anymore, but it is a beautiful setup, confirming also the setups of USD GPY, also USD Canadian dollar, and now we have also a trade on USD CHF. So still a beautiful reaction on silver and also on gold. Swept all the lows and now pulling back again. So Ethereum, we still wait for the CC to hit. So we want 618 Fibonacci still to hit, and we're waiting currently for that level to be formed. So So guys, that were all the setups for today. We currently can't do very much. We have to wait till volume gets into the market. Keep an eye on close on Thursday and Friday. And I would like to see you all again tomorrow with a brand new live stream. And we're gonna check up on the setups we all gave away all in this live stream. So we have a gold trade, silver trade, USD, Canadian dollar, USD CHF trades, we have a USD GPY trades, and also we got our Euro trade standing by if we break resistance. For Ethereum, we do have a compound move being ready to being filled, so also keep an eye on that move. Bitcoin is already on the move, so no entries more than this one. And Solana, we also have a compound move ready on the retest of this last support. So guys, thank you very much. Tune in tomorrow again and see you at the next stream.
Mm-hmm.